Hey guys, today I would like to show you something very useful, how to import some voxel mesh or just some super crazy geometry and turn it into something very super simple like this without losing the appearance. And trust me, it will be very interesting inside the game engine. Look. You see? We have very low geometry, super light, and it's easy once you know how to do it. So let's bake it. This is a model I made in a software called Magic Voxel. You can launch it with a Wine on Linux. It's not a problem. I mean, 32 bits Wine, 32 bits Magic Voxel. And so on for the same for 64. So this software, I don't want to make too much advertisement for it because it's not open source, but let's say the basic idea is just building things with small voxels, some small blocks. You know, you can erase one, see, can remove, can add, attach some voxels, see, can change their color, paint them again, this way. Something really simple can be very useful, even if it's creating bad triangle. I mean, every triangle has a color attributed. When you, of course, it's when you turn it into a mesh, because it's voxel originally. So you see, I want this door. It has volume, so we will have to find a way to use it without too much geometry, even if it's kind of light anyway, but it's an example as any other. So I will turn it into this flat thing. I want simple box. This will be turned into a simple box, but it will look pretty much the same. So we need to remove this simplified version. Look, I probably made a small mistake here. You see, there are many triangles. Wait, I have something to fix. Rename it. Simplified. Yeah, simplified. So, as I said, there are many triangles with their colors. So we need to simplify the copy I just made. Use remesh. I will lower this, and it should be fine. We just need to turn it into a simple box. Now you see all these triangles. It's too much geometry for nothing. It's just wasting resources. It's not really important in this particular case, but sometimes when you have a very hard geometry, you want to simplify it to make it lighter. Cooking is a really good solution. So let's see how we can simplify it, cook it. That's cooking. Faire de la tambouille, de la cuisine bien à la française. Enfin, je sais pas si c'est français, remarque, mais bon. So, up, let's selected, I will just adjust it so it will look better. See, I just try to make it a bit more than the basic surface, and I will use a cage after that to bake it. You will understand, not worry. Just look, I will create look, you see, I'll create a material for the modify the material, create a new kind of for this mesh, because it duplicated everything, including the original material. I don't want it anymore, so I need to add a new material or modify the modified one as you want. Name it whatever you want. Simplified door as an example. Then you just you need to remove this and turn it into a principled BSDF or just diffuse as you want. I will get rid of some pollution, but first make sure you have a node editor here, because you will need it. So as I said, I'll have to remove some things, useless things here, and we will create the nodes. We call these boxes nodes for people who don't know what nodes are. Image texture to diffuse the diffuse texture, and another one for normal. Yeah. Well, sorry. As I said, we'll create another one for normal map. Sorry, vector normal map. Excuse me. Up and oops. Wait. Don't forget to. You can use sometimes. It's very useful to use a pie menu. You don't have to. Just friendly personal advice. Just you have this one. It's already included in Blender 2.8. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, just activate this, especially in 2.8. I forgot to tell you I'm using 2.7 79 because cooking is not yet working in 2.8, so I have to use the previous version. You see the pie menu? It's pretty nice, I think. Really useful to have this, and with the option activated, you will have another one here, and you can choose what you select: face, or pixels, etc. So now we need to unwrap this. You unwrap. You can use the smart UV. It will make something fine if it's this simple, but you can do it manually if you want. Just not really important here, in my case. So create new images. Create new images for diffuse and for normal. So diffuse underscore door. Click OK and save, of course. Save the image, of course. New image, normal door, and okay. 1024 is fine as a resolution. It's fine. I mean, for this it's enough. So I will attribute them, and oh, you see, I attributed them, and then up link. Now we need to bake it. So we need to make sure everything is saved, so we can access files on the drive, and then we'll create. Oh wait, if you have any light, delete it. If you have any if you have a lamp or whatever, delete it immediately. It's very important, because we want to make something purely neutral. So we need the world, no transparency, and the world white world. Absolutely the same white light everywhere. So here you add background color, you make sure it's pure white. You see, it's very important. I'm insisting. You really need it. So now you need to make a box to make sure you won't miss anything when you're cooking on your mesh. So duplicate it, increase it a bit, make a nice cage. You know, even really small, just something that will wrap around your scene. I mean, around the objects you want to work on. Up should be fine. You see, it's very simple. Just make sure we have this nice box. I call it cage and attribute it inside the cooking part. So baking. Why am I saying cooking? I'm too French. We need to make sure it's not transparent, but we saw it was white, so it's not transparent, of course. We need to make sure you select this. So of course the two options are unchecked by default. You have to check them. See, and need to select all the objects we want to project, we want to cook. Then the last object we select is the simplified version, the target. Make sure you know it's related to the option selected to active. The active is the last selected one. You need to make sure it's the last you select. So you can click here, click on the texture node you want, and select dishes here and click bake. It's baking inside the texture that is selected inside the selected node. You know, it's many selected words. You see, I select the node with the normal node. It's white around it, so it's selected. You see, click. I select them. So I select this box. It's working on this texture, and now I can bake the normal. So I'll select normal. It's in the space, tangent space. Nothing incredible. engine space, you see. It's not just geometry. We'll bake it and have this nice, I don't know if it's nice, this normal map. You can see the, I can teach you now, but it just, every color is an angle, you can see where are the points. So, simplified version now, you see, it's showing you this. If you don't have normal map, it's flat. If you add the normal map, you see, it's curved. I mean, it's there is some feeling of more deep eyes, as an example, or the mouth. So it's not very great in cycles. I mean, in this version, probably better in the next one and in EV too. But of course, it's not Unreal Engine, which is very incredible about this. It beats Unreal Engine in many ways, but not normal maps. It's just incredible. So now save. If you don't see anything, save. It's just that you didn't save after baking. Save, select the other one and save too. You need to make sure you always save things, because it's the engine is accessing file from your drive, not from any kind of memory or temporary file. No, it needs the finished, nice, you see, the true files. So don't forget to save them. Very important. Bon. Next time I'll show you how to make flat parts look, well, not flat at all. You will need our best friend GIMP. The GIMP has some very interesting tools, so I'll show you in the next video. And I'll also show you in Unreal Engine how to use it, or how I would use it. You see, without using normal map. I think you probably find this interesting. So have fun. See you.